someone that I loved, had tried to, no, it's not funny. Someone that I loved essentially tried to kill me, like hurt me. Girl, he's tricking bad. Tricking me. I lied and told him I moved to another state. Get you out of here. That's what I think. I'm like, if you really want a man gone, you can get him gone. You hoes really don't want to be one. Y'all niggas gone. But that's another topic for another day. They was sending me like a golden ticket on a golden bus on the way to Goldville, girl. I had to set boundaries. Golden bus to let them on. You unfortunately keep on going and hope they make the next stop. What is up? It is TheeRawestJO. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to be tapped in with all my new and upcoming videos. Period. As you can tell from the title, this video is going to consist of lessons that I've learned throughout life that have just taught me how important setting boundaries and standing on them are. That's a nice way of putting it. But if you can count on your one hand. I'm not gonna go into too much details because it ain't worth all that. We're gonna keep this video short. But we're gonna tap into experiences that I've experienced, and hopefully when I put you on, that'll show you why setting boundaries is so important, why standing firm on those boundaries are so important. And yeah, let's just cut the small talk and let's get into it. Yeah. As stated in the title, we will be doing my makeup, just a little beat, a real light, soft beat. I'm just about to, just do the foundation, the contour, the conceal, highlight, the things. I don't even think we're going to do lashes because I'm thinking about putting these cute little glasses on. Get them to them. But enough of all that. I'm using the Fit Me Coconut Dew and Smoothie. 355. The first one we're going to get into is, none of these are in order. So let me make that clear. None of these have a specific order. So don't try to put the pieces together and think more of it than it is. Okay? One of probably the most, this one probably one of the most traumatic. And if you don't know about it, I don't even know if I did a story time about it. But it was probably when I was in an abusive relationship. Before I transferred to where I graduated from undergrad. And I found myself, in an abusive relationship before I knew it. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of those things where somebody was beating on me. It was just, things was good, and then before I knew it, things weren't. That one was pretty traumatic because it just had so much betrayal. It was so much betrayal that came with it. I think I've discussed it a little bit in my stories. I say all that to say, it just came with so much betrayal, like friendship betrayal. Someone that I loved, had it's not funny. Someone that I loved essentially tried to kill me, like hurt me. Crazy in itself. That was traumatic in itself. Probably the friendship betrayal probably hurt even more than the physical, like almost getting killed, because it was just, the whole situation just showed me like the instability in people. Like people on social media saying whatever about me, having their opinions. It was just a lot. Even in that situation, boundaries, a lack of boundaries. I didn't have boundaries, enough boundaries. I didn't stand firm on them. And I'm not blaming myself for anything because the person still, tried to kill me. But I just should have just had more boundaries, even with the friends that I had at the time, girl. How much I let my friends get away with it. Now I realize weren't even my friends. But, you live and you learn. That was a lesson, but that was very traumatic. And it was just, like I said, it was more of seeing the floppiness and triflingness and how quick people are to switch up. Like, it was insane, girl. People that I never thought, people I was cool. It was just crazy. So that was probably one of the most traumatic experiences. I feel like I've talked about that, so we ain't gonna talk too much into that, okay? By the way, I'm using the Pro Conceal LA Girl Toffee GC 984. Another situation, girl, this was kind of funny. Less traumatic, more tickling, girl. Really, you ain't gonna get too much into this one. But with this situation, I was talking to a guy, or whatever you want to call it, John. Girl, come to find out, he had a little money to him. Okay, I will say that. I'm thinking we, kept vibing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing serious at all. I will be honest, like nothing serious at all, but we vibing. I'm not having sex with him, it's none of that. I'm thinking we vibing or something, you know what I mean? Girl, I go on social media, I come to find out the man has a girlfriend. Not only that, they out the country. Not only that, girl, he's tricking bad. Girl, tricking me. Where am I? What? Can't make my words together. Throwing it back. I was going back. I'm so thrown talk about it, girl. I forgot. I usually conceal before. I usually contour before I blend the concealer. But we're gonna use the True Complexion Contour Palette, medium to dark. Oh, girl, get it together. This is the brush I use to contour my nose. It's kind of like an angled, not even angled. I don't know what you want to call it. Anyway, so girl, I go look and I'm like, oh my God, the man has a girlfriend. Not only that, he's tricking out bad. And I'm like, well, I'm glad. Part of me is upset, but the other part is like, okay, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. You will really be sitting there looking sick. Here's your case, some of that. You know what I mean? Girl, I'm glad I didn't. And I'm glad he really didn't come close down to it. You feel me? It really took me aback because he was a square. He still is a square now, in my opinion. But he was a square. So I definitely didn't see it coming, girl. I'm like, what? I wasn't expecting this from you. Like, what? Topped it off, which really just does it for me every time. If I confront you about something, it's like a RICO case. I already know what I know. So this is the time for you to just go ahead and admit it. Come clean, because I already know. I'm just bringing it up to your attention because I'm trying to see where your head at. So, girl, I asked him, girl, he told me. I said, well, if you told me, what'd I say? What was my response? That always gets them. I said, well, you tell me what was my response? He's like, oh, my bad, I apologize. Cut the apologies. I'm sick of them. What is that apology gonna do for me, you lying dog? It was sickening. So that was kind of dramatic. I was a little hurt about that. Because like I said, it took me off guard. I didn't see it coming. And I hate it when things take me aback because I don't see it coming. I hate it when I don't see things coming. That bothers me. It does. And then it was like, we kind of was cool. It was like, so he kind of knew like what I had already been through. We're going to get to that. He kind of already knew what I had been through in regards to my relationships in my past. So I would have thought a nigga would have, at least put me on. When you got the girlfriend or decided or whatever, you would have let me know. Don't be talking to me like you single. Like you a single man. That's dirty. So with that one, I would probably say, I really wouldn't say any no type of boundaries with that because that really wasn't my fault. But I will say what I learned from it is, girl, do your research. And I'm usually not even the type of girl that like does too much digging into what men got going on. Girl, do that. I'm not the type to like stalk your media, girl. I am now. You know, I'm have to be a little, maybe not stalker, but be a little bit more on it, girl, because things is getting over your head, under your nose, or whatever they say. I texted the man, told him I moved to another state. Lied and told him I moved to another state. Get you out of here. Like, if a girl, if you really want a man gone, you can get him gone. You hoes really don't want to be one. Y'all niggas gone. But that's another topic for another day. We're going to do some more concealer just because I feel like I was a little thick on that contour on that nose, girl. Next one is, girl, the Lion BD. We know about this one. I think I did a story talking about this. Girl, he might be watching this and might be tired of me talking about him, but he knows I don't care. This was somebody that I loved, okay? Immensely. At history, we had a bond, in my opinion, and I think he would say the same. And found out he had a 2-year-old while we was in a 3-year-old situationship, because that's what I'm calling it at this point. I just was thrown aback because with that one, it was like, how long? It was so many questions, girl. Not enough answers. Not enough answers. It was just not enough. So with that situation, realizing that somebody I've been dealing with for 3 years had a 2-year-old child that they've been lying to me about, because I didn't ask enough questions. I will say with that one, I probably let him do what he wanted to do too much. I had my own stuff going on, but I ain't know niggas was outside that bad. Like that deep. Like, and it's back to me thinking, remember this. Stop thinking people are like you. You think, oh, I would never, we on the rocks, but I know I wouldn't cheat on her. We on the rocks, but I wouldn't have sex with nobody. You know what I mean? But yikes. That's not everybody's story. With that one, it hurt me the most. I will say that. I'm a thug, but I can admit that, and I'm real enough to admit that. That one hurt me the most. Because at that point, I'm like, dang, girl, you love somebody, but I don't really think he love you. Can he really love you if he be lying to you about a job? Yikes! Y'all answer me that. Comment below. Somebody really love you if they've been lying to you about a job. Or if they've been lying to you, period. Can you really lie to people that you love, honestly? We're using the Sculptor from the under eye. This just helps blend it when I feel like it might be a little too bright under the under eye. I want it to blend with my complexion a little more, so I'll use that. Such a shock. Girl, you've been lying to. Like, it was just a lot, so. I will say with that is, girl, when it comes to when you're dealing with somebody, ask questions, do research, be in a business. just know the know. Like, just know everything you need to know when it comes to what you need to know, because you don't know what somebody else got going on. I'm even telling people to do background checks. Go do that background check. Just check in. You know what I mean? Just check in, just lock in, see what's going on for real. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel like if niggas ain't got nothing to hide, they ain't got nothing to hide, we should be straight, right? Right. The last and final betrayal or whatever experience that taught me how boundaries are a major key would probably be when I moved to Charlotte. Y'all kind of know a little bit about this if you've been locking in with me, my real, like, if we've been locked in, then you know exactly what we're talking about. I had moved to Charlotte beginning of January. Like, this time January, I was planning to go to, well, I had moved to Charlotte actually, and this time I'm sorry, I'm traumatized, okay. Time last year, I was planning, right now at this moment, I was planning to go to Charlotte. And I had moved down there. I had the apartment. I got in the apartment before I had gotten down there, and before we'd even seen it in person. I had gotten it before I even seen it in person. Did a credit check, passed all that. It was great. This was somebody that, let's say now, she considered herself my sister. I wouldn't really say I was her sister because she attached and leashed onto me. And I kind of went with it back to not having boundaries, because it's one of those things like making such a point to attach themselves to you. Why are you not thrown off? And I'm usually a good judge of character, but she was good, y'all. She was good. Your lips are chapped. Why you talking? I'm going. This one of those things was like, girl, you should probably have a little bit of, why is this person trying to attach to me? Like, what do you want, girl? That's really how you got to look at people. That's what I'm trying to put y'all on. When people approach you and they're on your body bad, want to attach to you, as flattering as it might seem, and some of that might be pride, okay? Hold on, girl, this is important. Highlight that I'm using from that same contour palette that I had earlier, but I think I'm going to use my crayon case and glow. This is an old one, girl. This is an old one from Super Scent, girl, old. But she's a goodie, a classic. I think I'm going to tap it in a little bit with my nose. Watch that. When people attach themselves, they attach to you barely really know, but they making it a point to be in your life, be attached to you, girl, watch that. Boy, watch that. I'm putting you on. I'm thinking the girl comes from a good home. It's trusting. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. We got down there. We got down there to Charlotte. Got down there off my U-Haul. I paid over $500 in a U-Haul with her stuff and mine included. I'm driving. She ain't got no license. I'm really doing all the work, right? She's just going along for the ride. As I would too if I'm a leech. Good down there. She flipped the script on me, girl, for a man, of course. We ain't going to get into that. But flips the script, becomes a whole nother person to the point. I'm down there. I'm not going to say I'm not comfortable. I just don't. This nice apartment I have, I don't want to be there. Not with her. Her name was attached, but her credit was jacked, so I know we got it off mine. Oh, it just had me not even wanting to be there. You see how that highlight? Bang! Dang! Look like a penny roll. A piece of gold. Anyway, it just had me not wanting to be there. Girl, let me put some earrings in, because that's just going to add. Okay? Y'all like my shirt? Black is not right. Let the ugly have them. Is these too old looking? Girl, I'm taking these out. Oh no. The hair is already sending me. The earrings are enough. Let's not. I'm talking to the leasing agent how I get out the lease. I'm explaining to them the whole situation so they know everything that's going on. Okay? Girl, I'm praying on this situation, Lord. Please either deliver my roommate or deliver me, because somebody gonna get hurt. And it ain't gonna be me. To the point I'm like, it's either her or me. I'm like, because I'm gonna knock her upside her head. I'm gonna hit her. I've already planned how I'm gonna knock her. I already planned how she walked the door. I'm gonna knock her fucking out. All that was going through my head, y'all. I'm gonna duke her right in her dome. As soon as she walk in, it was just too much. It was just too much. It was to the point she was ducking me in the living room. When she would come in the living room and I would be in the living room, she would tail. And it was to the point girl, I shouldn't be living like this. You shouldn't be living like this. Even though you are trifling low down, still, it's never this serious. I gotta be paying rent. I'm gonna be paying rent for the next couple of 12, 14 months. No. And then she was getting shaky with the rent money. Girl, it was too much. It was truly too much. So I packed my U-Haul up. I got me another $500 U-Haul. Packed that apartment up. Had me a whole couple homeboys down there while I was in Charlotte because I made me a couple friends. Got them to pack that crib up for me. We were out. I was out. Left her down there. I had to get up out of that situation. At that point, I did have a boundary I was standing on. And that's really the reason why that situation went left, because I had boundaries that I was standing on and I wasn't budging. When you dealing with people that ain't used to boundaries, is just used to just going through life, just doing what they want to do, dogging and doing just whatever, no consequences, you got to leave them alone. Them the leeches types. Because them type of people not really going to get nowhere anyway. With that situation, I tell you, if you are a go-getter, if you are a type of person who grinds, a grit, persevere, you persevere, you push through, you're a success in life, it's a certain percentage of us in a bracket, okay? We in a certain little club or section of our own. Then you have the whole other percentage of the world that are trying to hustle, get by, leech, attach to people that they can get them somewhere. They're not really trying to do nothing on their own. You gotta watch out for that, because they see you a golden ticket, girl. They hop on your, and they ride along with you. How she was riding with me, and now you all, no expenses, just sitting there riding off my dime, off my energy and my credit and my time. Girl, don't let it happen to you. So to basically wrap up this little piece, this little 1-2-1, I always like to let y'all walk away with a couple of tidbits, a couple of little pieces of nuggets. I don't want this to be like too down or too like, ooh, what was me? I've had my experiences in life when I've been betrayed, let down, this, and the bird. And that's just with dealing with, just in life. Like I've been through, with coming and dealing with people, I have had my number. But some of that I can't always blame the other people. I have to take some accountability. I have to take some type of responsibility. And the part I take in that is not saying having no boundaries. I will say no one ever comes out better when they do somebody else wrong. Even with all these situations, when you lie, sneak, cheat, hustle, connive, leech, you never come out better doing somebody else dirty. Don't allow your anger to create a root of bitterness. That's really what I want y'all to get out this video. All of these situations has started to like wear on me, has started to make me angry, has started to make me just like lose hope in like love and friendships and just, you know, relationship with people. It was starting to wear on me. And I really had to pray to like not let that create a root of bitterness, or if there is a root of bitterness in there, to let it go. I had to set boundaries. You don't have boundaries with these yes, no standards. If you do this, this is what happens. One thing I remember my therapist telling me, because yes, y'all, I had to go talk to the lady and get therapy. I remember her telling me, you keep saying when people do this, you just come down to whether you give what people give you. And that's not how it works. You're giving this and this person isn't meeting that standard. You don't come to their level and just give with it. You leave them alone, because they're not giving you or coming up to the level you want them to, or to your level. And I'm like, I ain't even think of that. I wasn't setting boundaries. Like not really standing on my standards. Just, you know, not even paying attention enough to know what my standards were. Like I don't even know how to explain it. But like I said, I'm not putting the blame all on myself, but I'm not putting 100% on the other people either, because I have to take responsibility and accountability on my own. And like I said, I should have set boundaries. I should have been more vigilant. And I do have discernment, but to me having to realize everyone is not like me. Everyone did not come up like me. Everyone was not raised like me. And if I keep moving as such, the leeches will see me a mile away, girl. They'll see me like a golden ticket on a golden bus on the way to Goldville, girl. Out of their lazy life that they've created for themselves. And you won't have a clue. You'll step back looking, wondering, damaged, upset, deficient, feeling on E, feeling taken advantage of, feeling used. But had you set them boundaries, when they seen you and your golden ticket, and when they seen you as a golden ticket on your golden bus, and you seeing them for what they are, having boundaries and seeing, you ain't coming with enough. You don't stop the bus, your golden bus, to let them on. You unfortunately keep on going and hope they make the next stop. That's what I learned, and I'm having to learn. It's a process. Know your worth, girl, boy, whatever. Know your worth and add tax. Because 9 times out of 10, you're worth more than others than you probably may be to yourself. You're worth more to others than you probably are worth to yourself. I always like to maintain a certain level of humbleness, but also keep in mind, girl, you're that girl. So compared to other people, girl, you're all that and more. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, just keep it in mind. Know your worth, add tax. Because somebody else, some other leech out there that's on -10 or -15, and they see you positive 125, they gonna see you and try to take you for your 125, and you gonna be on negative 25. I'm a math science person, so that's the best way I can make it make sense. If I'm talking, let's get into the look. I'm waiting for my hair to fall still, but the curls are given. We'll take it. Yeah, had to get into that. And last but not least, remember that God handles it. One thing about it, I will say, God loves to prove his point, especially when it comes to his people, when it comes to his folks. With that being said, if you decide to take that into your own hands, you decide to handle that on your own, that's on you. Yikes! Consequences that come with that is also on you too. I had to remember that with a lot of situations when I wanted to beat people down. I did. I wanted to beat the bloody pope out of people. I wanted to, snatch people's head from their shoulders. And I didn't, because I realized, I'm like, okay, you do that and go to jail, for one, and look crazy. That's on you. Don't go blaming God, blaming nobody. That's your own. And don't go blaming the people. Blame yourself. That's something I'm kikiing about. Kiki. It's situations like that where people done snap, people done went off and did all the things, or did revenge. And vengeance is mine. I said, Lord, don't take that into your hands. One thing I will say, God know how to get to them. God know how to get a person right where he need them to make sure it sticks. So while you go and beat that person down and do all the things, and it'll feel good, I ain't gonna lie. I kept telling me, my mama kept telling me, girl, she holy. She kept telling me, girl, you can't be the Lord and all that. I'm like, yeah, I hear you. And this I know. I still want to do what I want to do. So I hear what you're telling me, but I'm still trying to get down. You feel me? She was right. I let the Lord handle it, and I've learned that from experience. It's not even just from her saying it, but I've learned that in my experience with life. So I hope you all enjoyed this little get ready with me, little makeup routine. This was really a light beat. Like I said, I didn't even do any lashes. So go out. It is Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Happy Vlogmas. I don't even know if I said that at the beginning of the video, but happy Vlogmas. Christmas is literally 5 days away. Don't even know what to do with that. But I will be dropping a vlog tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I've edited everything. All my returners, y'all know how I am with that editing, girl. So hopefully that'll be dropping tomorrow. If you like this video, or if you appreciate it, got something out of it, comment. If you liked it, if you got something out of it, like it. If you got something out of it, subscribe. If you like me, girl, subscribe. Tap in. I'd love to have you part of my team. Okay, so I really appreciate y'all. If you're returning, thank you so much. You know the deal. You know how much I love and appreciate you for tapping in. And again, it is TheeRawestJO. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to be tapped in with all my new upcoming videos. Period.
I said, okay, my infatuation and translating to another form of what you call it.